Amazon is investing heavily in AI. And in this video, I want to share how you can leverage these new AI tools they are creating for optimizing and analyzing your Amazon PPC campaigns. Also, I will share in our free community in the link in the description a list of prompts you can use to leverage one of their AI tools they just created. Let me start by saying that I truly believe that Amazon will keep investing more and more in AI because that is the vision of their CEO. And if you read, for example, this message from CEO Andy Jassy on AI, you will see that he's really into investing in AI, and he's giving an example, for example, for the advertising, and that is what I want to focus today. He says, for example, for the new AI tools they created in Q1, they created this year. In Q1 alone, over 50,000 advertisers use these capabilities. So he said when they created these AI tools, people are using them. Hopefully they're making their life better. So we will see these capabilities in a second. They're also using AI to improve the customer experience with Rufus and everything else. It's not the focus of the video. I will focus mainly in the advertising side. And also I was reading the shareholder letters, so the one that he wrote this year, and you will see that he's really big into AI. And also the news that they laid off people, they said it's due to culture and not saving cost or due to AI, but that is some concern. They are trying to integrate AI as much as possible. And also it's interesting to see that they released the earnings for Q3 2025, and we can see that Amazon advertising only is increasing 24% year over year. So last year in Q3 2024, the advertising services generated $14.3 billion in revenue for the company, and in Q3 2025 they generated $17.7 billion with an increase of 24%. And even though this is much lower than the third-party seller services, this is much more profitable. It's very close to AWS in terms of profitability, so they're really investing heavily to improve the experience here, to try to increase the advertising exposure for sellers and so on. So they really care about this part of the business. I truly believe that they will try to add as many AI capabilities as possible in the advertising console. And let me show you right now what are these capabilities. What can you do with AI inside Amazon, inside your advertising console, because I think that could be very useful. The first one you might see when you enter the advertising console is this analysis here. So this allows you to do analysis of your advertising console by just typing. One thing we will share in the community is this list of prompts you can see, but the idea is very simple. I can have a list of prompts and then I can go here and I can ask to the chat and say, show me the campaigns from the past last 60 days that have clicks and orders. The idea here is that Amazon, instead of you clicking things around, it wants you to type and show you some campaigns that are, for example, like in clicks and orders that you want to optimize. I'm sure that you will see this, that they will try to do the same on a target level or other different type of layers in your advertising console. But that is what I see that Amazon is trying to do. It's trying to give us the possibility to analyze the data instead of clicking around just by typing. Let me show you some example on what you can do. It's very cool because there are some limitations. I will share with you in a second what are these limitations. But let me show, for example, if I go a bit more advanced and I ask, okay, show me all the campaigns that contain single keyword campaigns, so SKC, in the campaign title with top of search impression share higher than 10%, sorted by ad spend. Let's say that I want to analyze only this type of campaigns. I can have a set of prompts that I create, and we will share these prompts with you to quickly analyze, okay, what are the campaigns where we have a really good top of search impression share. So for example, here I can see that all of these, we have a very high top of search impression share, but I can do the same, lower than 10%, sorted by ad spend. So I can see when we don't dominate the top of search, let me analyze all these keywords, and I can quickly see, okay, this campaign, for example, we have a very low top of search impression share. Let's try to improve that. Overall, I think this could be useful if you want to analyze the campaigns by just typing and by having a set of prompts. A few other things that you can do, for example, be more specific. For example, retrieve campaigns from the past last 7 days, excluding the most recent 2 days, because as you know, it's very annoying to analyze the data by clicking here. So if you just create a simple prompt that you want to use over and over again, you can have a file and save that file and just copy and paste these prompts so you can quickly analyze your campaigns. Right now, this feature is only on a campaign level, so you cannot analyze targets, you cannot analyze placements, you cannot analyze keywords or search terms, but I think that is the future that Amazon is something that they will develop in the future. But this is overall very cool to analyze the performance. So here I will share with you this list we will share in our school community, so you can get access to this and you can add some of them. A few limitations of this that sometimes we see that is very buggy, so sometimes we see that it's not actually working. So even if you type here, it's not working. Another one that is doing very simple analysis. For example, you can say analyze campaigns with clicks higher than 10 or 20, but is struggling to compare data. So it's challenging to say, okay, compare October to September and tell me the campaigns that decreased the most in terms of ad spend. So there are some limitations, but I think they will improve it. Obviously, it will be a bit slow. As we know, Amazon is quite slow, but for that reason, we are also developing something very similar in our software in-house. But I think this could be very useful, especially if you want to analyze analyze the data by typing without clicking around. I think this is the future. I think this is overall the right direction, especially for data analysis. And I think Amazon will keep developing this feature, especially if they see advertisers or so people who are investing in this platform, they're using this feature. So this is one. I will share again the prompts in the community, so feel free to join there. It's totally free. The second feature I want to share with you is about the video. So if you go in under Creative Tools, Creative Studio, you should be able to see Beta AI. So they're trying to allow you to create videos with AI. So here, for example, it's very simple. So you can go here, you can generate a video. So let me come back to the home page. So Creative Studio. First of all, it looks like they're trying to start a new project soon. So we already joined the waiting list. But there are a few things. So you can create, iterate, and edit images. You create videos in minutes. You can find also some inspiration with AI. I will focus on generate videos because I think that is the coolest thing that they've done. Let's do it together. So here I can click here, I can select a product, and I can generate a video. And that's it. So that is what the cool part about this tool, that I don't need to add images. I don't need to add a description. I can start in a very simple way, and then I create a simple video that I can use for my sponsored brands campaigns. This is very useful, especially if you don't have lots of money to invest in sponsored brand videos. And to be honest, we have seen one of our biggest clients. They are running these campaigns with videos created by Amazon, and they're performing really well actually. So I actually don't think you need to go with a very professional video, especially if you're a small seller and you don't have lots of capital. I would highly suggest to check these capabilities because this could save you quite a lot of money, and you can actually test all these videos and see which one is performing the best. The video, you can also add the logo here, or you will be able to add more assets inside the video if you want to. Soon you will see here there will be more information, and I will come back to you in a second when all these videos are updated. Okay, we have some results from the 6 videos. So as you can see here, we have more assets, and you can add here assets, and we have around 6 videos. So overall, like I see that, for example, the first video, we actually don't see the product at the beginning. Not a big fan of this. I prefer to see the product in the first 5 seconds. We will share more information about video ads and usually how long people watch it. It's between 20 to 30%. So if a video is 10 seconds, I would say they watch the first 3 to 5 seconds, and then they decide if they want to click it on it. They never unmute the videos. So that is something we have seen, and no one is unmuting the video. And the best video, I think, is this one, is where I start with the product. Exactly, I see that I start with the product. It's a short video. It's moving a bit. It's related to Christmas. So that's perfect. There is no audio, and I can edit here, and I can change if I want. So I can change the headline, I can change the scenes, and I can also add a logo. And then I can go directly and create a sponsor. So I can click here and I create a sponsored brand campaigns. It's very cool actually. So this is the best way if you want to start creating sponsored brand video campaigns by leveraging their tools. So something that I would highly suggest to check. So you should find it here under Creative Tools, Creative Studios, and then you go under Video Builder, or you can go directly to Video Builder. So these are the main 2 tools that I've seen personally that are helping the most in terms of leveraging AI to improve our Amazon advertising campaigns. There is also a tool to create images. So for example, sponsored brand images, but to be honest, I didn't check that too much. And I think sponsored brand video are by far more important. Also because we have seen internally that we tend to spend much more on sponsored brand video compared to sponsored brand, because we know sponsored brand are not actually helping that much ranking, and the sponsored brand video tends to have a much better conversion rate. So I would highly suggest to check these 2 tools. And if you want the prompts I shared with you before, feel free to join our school community. I will share them there, and I will keep you posted in the next video. Thank you so much. See you in the next one.